Okay, so Splatoon 3. The game is releasing in less than a month. Now I am extremely excited for Splatoon 3, but there is just one problem that I've got with the game. And so in this video, I will be talking about that problem. Alrighty, around 1 week ago, a 30-minute long Splatoon 3 Direct was released, and this Direct was really damn good. It showcased basically everything to do with Splatoon 3, from new stages to Big Man, who is just the best Splatoon character ever, but anyways, the Direct completely sold me on the game, it was just that good. But near the end of the Direct, as everything was coming to an end, the commentator said this.
Furthermore, for this game, we're planning to add large-scale paid DLC. More details will come at a later time, so please be on the lookout.
This wiped the smile straight off my face and honestly made me kind of mad. Now I've made quite a few videos on this channel where I've spoken about my thoughts on DLC, but for those of you that don't know, I hate DLC. Well, I hate when DLC is done in certain ways. Take Breath of the Wild for example. This game did DLC in a good way. The game was released in a finished state, and prior to its release, there was absolutely no talk of any DLC for the game. So when Breath of the Wild was in development, the DLC for the game wasn't being developed at or around the same time. Now if every game did DLC in the same way that Breath of the Wild did, I would absolutely love DLC. But most Nintendo games do DLC quite differently. With Splatoon 3, the game hasn't even come out yet, and paid DLC is already being planned. That just doesn't sit right with me, and I don't understand how it sits right with literally everyone else. If the paid DLC is currently in development, but isn't going to be included in the base game on release date, are we not technically being sold an unfinished product? Splatoon 3 is going to release on the 9th of September as a full-priced game, even though the developers will be working on actual content for the game that we will need to pay for after the game has released, yet it's still going to be full-priced. This just doesn't make sense to me. Picture this, you want to go buy a $5 sandwich from a shop, from, I don't know, Subway. You get a sandwich that has ham, lettuce, tomato, and cheese, right? Imagine if the guy that's making your sandwich shows you the cheese, but doesn't put it in the sandwich and still charges you $5. And a few months later, after you've eaten the sandwich, you get a call from the guy that made your sandwich and he lets you know that you can pick up the cheese for $2. You would be annoyed. You were originally sold an unfinished sandwich. I don't know if that analogy made any sense, but I'm going to keep it in the video anyways. What I'm trying to say is that Splatoon 3 is kind of an unfinished product, and no one else is getting mad about this other than me, and I don't understand why. Maybe I'm just annoyed that Nintendo are releasing some form of DLC for literally every game on the Switch, but I don't know. I would personally rather the game be delayed until all the content is ready to be released on release date. Is that too much to ask for? Or maybe the DLC is already done and Nintendo are just waiting to release it later so they can make some extra cash. Who knows? Also, this video isn't me complaining about updates that will add new weapons or stages or whatever else. I'm assuming that the DLC is going to be single player content, and I think that it is pretty crappy for Nintendo to lock some of the single player content behind a paywall, especially after this exact same thing already happened with Splatoon 2. But anyways, the video's done. Bye.